This is a reading of Gifts from the Gods, Ancient Words and Wisdom from Greek and Roman Mythology by Lise Lunge Larson. This chapter is called Nemesis. A nemesis, noun, a source of harm or ruin, an opponent that cannot be beaten or overcome, one that inflicts retribution or vengeance. The children were alone with their nemesis, a word which here means the worst enemy you could imagine. From the Reptile Room, author Lemony Snicket. Nemesis was the goddess of justice. Her job was to punish people guilty of evil deeds or of breaking the rules for good behavior. But she also made sure that nobody was too happy until she watched Fortuna like a hawk. If Nemesis thought Fortuna had given someone too much good luck, she became annoyed. Beating her wings furiously, she picked up her sword and whip and swooped down to earth to dispense bad luck and even things out. She especially punished people who became too full of pride because of their good fortune. Once an exceedingly rich king named Croesus received a visit from a wise man named Solon. Croesus insisted that Solon stay in his palace and installed him in a sumptuous apartment. He then took Solon to see his storerooms, which were overflowing with gold and magnificent treasures. Finally, after days of parading his wealth, Croesus posed Solon a question. Who of all the men you have met in your travels do you consider the happiest? To the rich king's great annoyance, Solon, the wise man, did not name Croesus. Irritated, Croesus insisted, Look at the luxury I live in. Look at my wealth. I am the richest man in the world. Surely I must be among the happiest. But Solon gently shook his head and said, Count no man happy till his death. Croesus would soon learn that the wisdom of Solon's words. Nemesis had overheard the conversation and was provoked by Croesus' pride. She decided to punish him. In time, both Croesus' wife and the oldest son died. He lost his entire kingdom in a dreadful war and became a miserable, unhappy man until his death. Did Nemesis go too far? Some people thought so. So often she punished people harshly for small transgressions. The executioner of braggarts, the Greeks called her, and they spat on their own chests to avert her jealousy. Not surprising, people began to associate Nemesis with misfortune and to dislike her. That's why Nemesis' name had become a word we use to describe an unbeatable foe or the source of one's ruin. If you hear one say he's as rich as Croesus, it means that a person is exceptionally wealthy. This expression comes from King Croesus. In the story, he lived from 560 to 546 BCE in Lydia, which is in present-day Turkey.